Namaste. Friction produces electricity, creates energy. And this is a theory of mine. Asana are a way for us to rub the physical body and then get into the internal systems of the physical anatomy, the joints and the tissues, the muscles, the connective joints and spaces within the bones of the body. Now, the breath rubs the spine. Yeah, so there's two combination actually. The asana effectively clears the superficial blockages of the body, releases the inertia. Breathing exercises or the pranayama goes internally. Yeah, those hidden compartments and spaces in their body, in the spine, asana may not be able to attain. So for today, let me share with you a practice. I do this myself. I teach this sequence to my students, and this involves circular motion, using the floor to rub against the joints and the body weight as well. Can we start? All right, on our tummies, please. Yeah. If you have that folded blanket, you can practice this so you have more cushion, because we will be rolling through the joints of the extremities. Okay, and then from there, now crossing the arms, folding your knees, and let them circle around. We start first with the bigger joints of our legs, our hips, and knees, the feet, and then side to side them. And right away you will feel like involuntary movement inside the body already, along the creases of the hips, and then circle around again. You may want to breathe this one like your breath rubs the inner body. And then Ujjayi Pranayama, if you know how to do the Ujjayi Pranayama, increases that sensation. Good. And as I've mentioned in the past, the breath has 4 stages. So the inhalation is the active one, and a mild suspension at the top, and the exhalation, another active one, and a mild pause at the bottom. So if you wanted to synchronize the breath with this motion, breathing in as your knees bend, and exhale as they fall away. Good. Feels good when breathing through the motion. And then just reverse. All right, and let them go from side to side. Your inner foot may touch the middle, while the other one hangs to the side. All right, and circles again. Now, and you feel that like you're rubbing through the spaces between the joints and the bones of the hips and the knees. And then can we lift that hip up already and let that foot touch, and then come back and change. And just twisting without too much pressure on the upper back. Feel free to lift that shoulder. You can look away, or you can let your head rest on the floor while doing this twisting motion. One more per side. Inhaling, exhale. All right, and then circle again. You feel that your body is moving away from your mat, and then falling side to side. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take a recovery, the downward facing dog. Hands reach forward, and our hips high. And then let's do alternate leg lift. Can we hold this leg a few times or a few breaths, and then bend and stretch the knee. You can also adjust that same hand as the lifting leg. And then change. Feel how this one opens the side trunk. We can also rub. Keep going. You can also rub the tongue around the mouth in circular motion, like you're rubbing. That's our philosophy. That's our theme. Rubbing, creating friction, and breathing. All right, and then just you're marching and then easing, pedaling your downward dog in place. Beautiful.
All right, and you stay through the nose, and then we're going to clear our nostrils, rubbing the walls of the nostrils with the Kapalbhati. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, lighten your hips. And exhale them back. All right, from here, crossing one knee at a time. And then sit down the floor. Good. All right. Knees remain bent to the top of the mat. And then just roll yourself towards the back. Here you can just reposition so your body is resting on that soft cushion. All right, crossing the arms behind the head. You might gently rock up and down here. All right, and we're going to do the side to side. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, falling. And expressing the breath again. Inhale them up. Exhale. Rest. If you want to increase the intensity of this technique, so keeping your knees hovering over the hips and your feet aligned with the angle of your knees, so 40 or 90 degrees. Breathing in. Exhale, fall. Yeah, toning and shaping the abdomen region, as well as creating mobility and flexibility down the lower back and the sacral lumbar spine. And internally, this is good for increasing the functions of your reproductive system. Okay, I feel like I'm falling down, so that's good. Yeah, you're rubbing. You're going to feel that like you are stretching organically without you forcing it. Yeah? Like an active type of stretch. Inhaling, exhaling. You can feel that in the lower back, the midsection across the side, the upper back, the latissimus dorsi, as well as your shoulder blade. Good. Can we do one more per side? Inhale them up. Exhale them down. All right. Good. And the next time we come back, arms open. All right. Open this leg first. And then swing the other one to the chest. All right. Again, the breath. Inhale, sweeping. Exhale, changing. Inhale the other one. Probably you might feel your clothing is moving as well. Your angling is changing. So consciously, you rub your body against the floor. Can we hold this leg longer and circle around that leg a few times? And then change. You may also use the hand in guiding the leg in and out of the creases of the hips. One more per leg. You can cross the arms behind your skull. Feels good, this one. Like you're irrigating. There's another word. Like you're irrigating your inner pockets. Right. And then rubbing internally. And this also massage the Adhisthana chakra and the organs of our creative functions. All right, and swing again, side to side. And right away, the inertia is gone. I feel the sense of lightness. Okay, and you can kick the leg high up to the shoulder. All right. You can also reach that arm like the shape of the clock. You can grab hold of that foot. All right, you can even circle that leg a few times internally. At the same time, extending the opposite arm long behind you. You can lift the head so you can ease and then get into the spaces of the shoulder and the collarbone, and then rub the tongue again. All right. Wow. Feels very lightening and opening and stretching. All right, and then just rocking up and down, and up and down. Good. And if you can, rise this up to sitting. Good. And then from the sitting one to kneeling. And from the kneeling to Adho Mukha Svanasana. And breathe. All right, let's do a few alternate leg lift. Right here, can you circle that hip around? And then fanning that leg side to side. And then the other one. All right, and then you can just dangle and bend, lift. Now, if you observe closely, I'm not just lifting the leg like this, so I'm moving it away, like I'm drawing it away from the hips, and I lift the whole of that thigh bone as one. Good. And that effectively goes deep into the creases of your sacrolumbar spine. And then with the hand extending lightly away from you, you also open the upper back. And then here, you can rub. Yeah, if you're lifting the side, rub upwards to the space between your tongue, your gums, and your lips. And walking in the middle. Good, feel that? Like your inner body is open. All right, Kapalabhati. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, lighten. And exhale. All right, on our knees. Good. And then rest to the position of the child. You can let your hips fall from side to side. Okay. Now, you can just stay here. Or we can do, some, I'd say, like traditional techniques in between those rubbing methods or drills. And then for here, you can just do the child's pose such as this, the Balasana. If you're feeling inspired and light and you've done this before, you can also practice the Shirsasana or the headstand. No, not really a traditional the headstand, but you can. Yeah. Lifting shoulders towards the anterior or the front of the body as you lift your hips up in the air. Right now, we're draining and rubbing our lymphatic system. We're draining our hips, draining our legs, while breathing through it, rubbing our spine. Shoulders engaged towards the chest, and then clearing the shoulders off the ears by lightly pushing away. And breathe. Can we do like 3 more mindful breathing? One more. All right. With control, tipping at the hip. Inhale here. And lightly touch the ground. Exhale. And then come down and rise. All right. And then kneeling pose. Walking them. Rubbing around the shoulders and swinging the biceps. Okay. And then falling or... can we do this side to side? Again, like you're rubbing into, when the knee is down, lift this side up and then lighten this. And then you can really gain access to, the inner body. Yeah. Like the TVA there, the hip flexor, and the muscles surrounding your lower spine. And then lightly hang and suspend. And rubbing. I'm going to do now the camel. Breathing in, lifting up, and falling backwards. All right. What if this is too intense for you? You can just cross behind. Or you can, likewise do one camel or half camel with one hand, and after a few breaths, changing to the opposite hand. All right, but if you can, both sides. And in here, walking the knees.
All right, breathing in. And then feel the breath. Rise from the hips, traveling to the chest, and then falling over the shoulders. Love this. All right, and then lift upright. And then fanning side to side and circle around. All right, and then dangle your bicep. Okay, hands to the front. Yeah, and then step behind you and do alternate leg left. Inhale the leg up. I can lightly shake the leg up in the air, especially after the back bend. This is quite relieving for the hips and marching in place. Good. All right, kneel. Good. Just set aside that for a moment and then sit. Yeah, the Bakasana. Open up. Exhale. Okay. You may lightly lift the hips. I approach my Bakasana differently. We're now going to try and then approach it from a half squat. Shifting over the hands. You may just stay on the tippy toe or lift your feet up in the air. And breathe. Your back is forming like a dome. Good. And remain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And easy down. All right. Extend your hands forward and stepping to the back. And then do alternate leg lift. Lifting the leg. Shaking your hands after pressing through them. All right, and marching in place. All right, Kapalbhati. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, inhaling and knees on the ground. Good. So that's the first part. Back to our blanket work. Yeah. You feel like your inner body is open. All right. Good. Okay, for this round, on the belly again. All right, let's start with the circular knees. Side to side. And around in circles. Okay, now, next. Yeah, this arm, which is the left, if you're following this angle, crossing under. Okay. And then just let the other arm support the head and then folding the knees. And then let them circle around. And in here, keep going. Like you are now stretching the back of that shoulder. Let me angle the camera. Just breathe through it. Good. Let me just go a little lower so you can see the motion. Right. Like that. Okay, now lifting up. Okay, now this arm goes forward. And then keeping that bottom arm under, we're gonna roll over that arm. So what you do, lifting, you can cross this arm and then just keep rolling. Keep your palm facing up. All right, and then here, you can hold it there. Feeling the stretch to the back of the shoulder and also that elbow. You might adjust slightly forward. Now keep rolling over the joint. Don't turn this hand. Like that. Oh, you're going to feel now like you're stretching your wrist. Stretching your fingers. So it feels good. And let it open. Good. And then from there, the other arm, this arm over. Right, and then rolling over that shoulder. See? Shoulder. And down to the elbow. And then down the wrist. And open apart.
This arm crossing under, the other arm over the head, and then just roll over the joint. Again, like you are slowly rolling. Feel it down the shoulder blade first. And after that, the bicep. And after the bicep, you're going to feel it rubbing through that elbow. Limp this hand like you are moving through the joints of the wrist. And then all the way down to the fingertips. And open wide across. One more time. Opposite side. Rolling over the joint. You can turn the head. Right. Easing, like you're peeling your body gently off the joints and wide. Sweet. All right, remain down. Yeah, remain nice and flat. All right, crossing the arms over the hip and side to side. So we're just combining the motion now. Swing and left. Kick. And open. All right. And this arm, the arms may open, and you can look towards the direction of that kicking knee. And how about lifting the arm, and then the opposite hand? Yeah. And stretching lightly there like a twist, and at the same time side stretch, and then turn this thigh bone inwardly while moving around the creases of the hip. Yeah. I really feel it deep in the sacral lumbar. Like my sacral lumbar spine, the lowest spine, is moving through the creases of the hip bone, and the bone here. Like it can separate away from the hip joint. All right, and swinging and twisting. That's where the deep apana is hidden, the Kundalini energy, trapped through the inner creases and the linings of the lowest spine. And rubbing the tongue also. All right. Beautiful. All right. From there, crossing the legs at the shins, up and down, you rock the body. All right, just keep rocking up and down. Just adjust for more comfort. Good. And then prepare to sit this one up, yeah? So inhale up. Good. All right, and then from there, transferring to downward facing dog. All right, so let's do alternate leg lift. All right, keep going. Yeah, breathing into left, and exhale. Yeah. All right, hold this leg up and then let that circle around there. It's like you're an animal gliding through the joints. You can swing that leg side to side, adjusting the hand as well. Less alignment, focus on mobility and creating freedom internally, and then matching in place. Good. Kapalbhati. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lighten up. And exhaling. All right. Down to kneel. Good. And then rest in the position of the Balasana. You see down. Okay. Good. Feel free to just stay here, or you can practice another round of the Shirshasana, the headstand. This one. Let's actually do that. If you're able, why not? But I'll try and accomplish a different technique after this. Another one, I mean. All right. Shoulders. You're so light here. You may feel the body is too light. You need more control and strength. All right. You can turn those legs in and out of the joint. All right. Stay. Breathe through it. Now 3 more. All right. And slowly down, inhale. And exhale to the ground. And rest for a moment. And then rise up. Camel. Rising up. Fanning side to side first. You can circle around. All right. Breathe up nice and tall. All right. One hand camel. Yeah. Or cross behind. Or the full one. Yeah, lift it up. Yeah. You may let the head fall from shoulder to shoulder, rubbing like you're moving the neck away from the creases of the collarbone. Remember, our theme, rubbing, creating friction, irrigating. And so you can even walk the knees. Again, access to the inner joint. Clogging or preventing the spine from moving to its full potential. Breathe. All right, and up. That's good, right? And then easy. Yeah, rub the shoulders around in circular motions. It's kind of weird, right? Because you can really feel like the discs of your spine inside and the surrounding muscles. They move like they're coiling inside. Like there's another entity inside you. And then you're using the breath to get into those inner creases. Like it goes there and it goes up. Therefore, this is the expression of the energy moving inside. Okay, swing the biceps. Good. Let's do downward dog. And alternate the leg lift. Okay. Yeah. You can do now the Bakasana, this one. Yeah, the bed spouse. Or you can now practice the handstands. I'll try and do the handstand. This is my practice today anyway. So why not? The spine, the breath rubs the spine. All right. Up. Beautiful. Breathe in. All right, that's enough for me. And all right, down to kneeling. And then marching up and down there, the shoulders and the knees. After the handstand, I normally couple that with the Ustrasana. Yeah. Open up. All right, and then rise. And glide around. And dance around the hips. Beautiful. All right, touch the ground. And downward dog. All right, alternate the legs. 3-legged dog alternating. Good. All right. And this is the sequence number 3.
on our tummies again. Good. You can place that blanket under you again, or you can just do it freehand. Right, bending that knee to the side, knee closest to me, and then the other one lengthens. And then from there, bending that stretched leg, and then moving around in circles. All right. Yeah, you can also adjust this arm long in front of you. And then side to side, fanning. And circle the legs around again. All right. Now, next time, let me go. This arm, that arm corresponding to that circling leg, opens wide, and then the opposite hand will push, and this time we open externally, which is away from the collarbone. Good. Here you can use the hips and rocking side to side to increase and decrease and regulate the intensity, as well as to get into the inner joints and the lines of that shoulder. You can rub the neck around, you can lift the hip. Sometimes I would just hold the hip up. Let me angle. Yep. This is a technique I do. I will hold the hip up. And then here I can coil around. But this is an advanced technique. If this hurts your shoulder, just keep it down. So I can go in there and get this one up. Like I'm turning in and out. Okay, feels good. Okay, from there, same arm crossing. So we are reversing, okay? And rubbing over that shoulder. Right in here, hold in the middle, and then come back. And then come back. And now continue falling. Beautiful. Okay? Crossing the arm, and circling around, and side to side. And swinging. And turning. All right. Good. Rocking up to sitting, up and down. Good. Prepare to sit this one up. Good. And then from the sitting to the downward facing dog. And alternate the legs. Lifting, inhale. Exhaling, breathing up. And bend and stretch the knee. Angle a little bit externally. And easy, margin in place. Okay, breathe. Let me angle again the camera. This time let's have a little bit of that higher activity. We're gonna try and jump this one up, all the way to standing. Okay, we're in this angle, right? Okay, you can jump up to stand, and then do the downward facing dog again. But before that, let's do Kapalbhati. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and do alternate leg left. All right, jumping up to stand. Or you can jump up to the handstand. Why not? If the gift is there, celebrate it. Breathe. I'm very grateful. I still have the strength to do this. Although not as light as before. I know the sensation. I know the feeling. So I still enjoy it. And come down. Beautiful. Ooh. Good, strong practice. Swing the bicep. Lifting up, dance around. Okay. And up, 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 up. You hug those legs to the midline. And fall behind you. Ustrasana. If this one back bend, I really encourage you to learn and then progress, is this. Ustrasana. It's very strengthening because you're using here the foundation and not just mere flexibility. You can rub from head to head, neck to neck, and breathe. All right, and up. And circling around. Okay. And we're back. Down dog. Alternate the legs. Lifting and stretching. And easy. All right. Knees down. And we're back on our stomach. Okay. Is the left knee bending to the side? The other one remain long. And circle around. This spot of me is my hollow spot. And here I do some adjustment just for my personal. And then circle the other way, side to side, that leg. And breathing through it. Okay. And this arm opens wide. And then flipping over the shoulder. You can lightly lift the hips. And this arm may go in a swinging motion. You can do the leg. Yeah. Loosen a bit, and then flip over deeply. Right. Good. And the arm crosses under. Now, let me just adjust my microphone so it doesn't get in the way. Okay. And then rolling over that joint. Yeah. If you do this, just limp. Yeah. I'm lifting just a bit off my shoulder because of the microphone getting in the way. But when you do it, like you're just rubbing so limply. All right. Good. And you can just dangle side to side. You might find yourself really moving around your practice space when you do this sequence. And then you're practicing at home. Yeah? No worries. And the other one. All right, and a few side-to-side knees, side-to-side hips. Twisting. And swinging. Okay. This time, one leg out to the side and the other one long. And then the free arm goes up. It can hook, or you can just use the strap. Remember the many lessons I've shared with you about deep side stretching. And you can move this leg in and up. And let that leg circle around. You can kick that leg up and down. In, out. And change. Oh, feels good. Spontaneous practice. Yeah, that's my practice. I'm sharing it with you. No pretensions. What you see is what you get, as it is. Even my mistake, or not mistakes, my falls, unsuccessful repetitions, can be budded. All right, downward facing dog.
All right, alternate dog, leg lift. Okay, and easy up and down. Kapalbhati. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lighten up. Exhale. All right, if you alternate leg lift, yeah, with the hands releasing and the tongue rubbing. All right. You can do another round of what? Bakasana. This one. Let's have another try of the handstand. Yeah, pressing. Yeah. Yeah. Halfway through pressing into the handstand, we need to exhale the initial breath out so we can keep the body light with the fresh breath, irrigating and then rubbing the inner body. All right, easing. There it is. Okay, and up to kneeling. Yeah. Almost there. Circling around. All right. And a beautiful lift. And a soft surrendering backwards. And an open. And breathing. You can adjust the hands like you're rubbing the neck away from the collarbone. And you can get out of the position so you can go deeper. I'll try and work this all the way backwards into the, I feel like I can do Kapotasana already. Otherwise, I'll just do another round of Ustrasana or the camel. Or you can just do downward dog and then do alternate leg lift. But if you're joining me, keep going. Yeah, you might loosen. Hatching up feels good. This one. Now I'm rubbing internally. I'm moving up and down. No pressure in the low back. Feels like the spine is so open within. Joints are open. Inner creases and lines open. And I can just work my way back there. All right, and then use the hands and the support coming from the binding and to assist my spine and lifting higher. And then from there, hold the moment. I'll do some more adjustment. I'll try and walk my knees to the middle. To stabilize my hips more. And then when I feel that everything is open inside, I breathe through it and I touch the ground. So energizing for the thighs, strengthening for the quads, the low back, no pain, only openness and lightness. And then up. All right, all the way. Up. Good. You can tuck the toes there. And you can wave around and then tuck. And work around. Strong here. The spine? No. Feels okay. Of course, because you're curling back, you're activating the muscles. It's like you're doing, for example, bicep curl. After many rounds of bicep curl, the stretch is quite gritty. Similar. But as soon as you do your downward dog and your alternating leg lift, Yeah. The grittiness should feel light and become soft and open. All right. Kapalbhati. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternate leg left. All right, kneel. You can't just do your relaxation. You can do this as your recovery. Yeah. And circle around. And gentle up and down motion. And then you can do now your relaxation. But I'm continuing on and progress to some deeper elements. If you're joining me, yeah, why not? Well done you. Lifting, alternate legs. Okay. Ekapada Kapotasana. Yeah. Now you glide it. And in here, I'm going internally, like I'm tracing my sacrolumbar disc. That's how I coil in and out of the inner thigh and the outer thigh, so I can lift the spine away from the joints of the femur. And then only lightness. The way I approach this back bend is quite distinctive. I'm not just tracing the disc of the spine, but also the sacrolumbar, as well as the shoulders and the neck. So the spine can freely surrender without those stated few spots getting in the way. Good. And here, breathe. Freedom. And the nadis. Okay? And rise. And up. Like internally, that nadi, which is this side, my left, free. You can feel down the energy like going up and piercing the other hemisphere of the brain. It goes here and up, and it goes and tries to exit this part of my brain. Yeah, energy, that's like that. Yeah, from one side, it crosses to the opposite hemisphere, and the intersection is right up here inside. But that's another topic altogether. But deep asanas normally allows that to manifest as well. Good, breathe. Ustrasana, or camel, this one, or the Kapotasana for my practice. Man. Again, coil in and out. You have to loosen a bit so you can open. No squeezing, no clenching, hanging, suspending, supporting, adjusting. Even the tongue can gain access to those inner joints of the shoulders, and the hips, and the spine. the neck. Good. Breathe it up and up. Ooh. Another happy body. The happy boy. All right. Glide around. And swinging. Good. Down dog. Alternate the leg lift. Good. Kapalabhati. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lighten. All right. So you can also flow vinyasa. If you'd like to, that's fine as well. And back to downward dog. All right. Ekapada. Kapotasana, the leg. And with the sturdy floor, that makes it even more strengthening because you're using the solidness of the floor under your knees in creating more of the grip. All right, in here, hug the midline. That becomes your left platform, nice and strong, so you can dangle and loosen behind you. It's all right to loosen the head a bit. All right, so the pressure won't end down the upper spine. Okay, you can adjust this foot as well, so you can lift that knee and lightly glide it forward and slowly to the floor behind you. Feels good. All right, and up, and then up. You can feel like you can draw in and up from the hip flexor inside. All right, and then go around. If there's one asana that goes really deep into the adjacent nadis, Ida Pingala, it's the Ekapada Kapotasana. And the Kapotasana goes deep into the middle channel. Yeah, like you're loosening the outer coverings of the Sushumna Nadi. But of course, only the breath can go internally to the core of the Sushumna. Meditation can lead us to the opening of the very core of the Sushumna, the Brahmanadi. All right. Dangle. And grabbing. Okay, I need to adjust my left hip. It's running away. All right, there we go. And touch down using your elbows and breathing. One. All right, beautiful. And up. Release. Okay.
up and down. Come on. Downward dog. Alternate the legs. As soon as you do a few of the alternate leg lift, the effect of back bend should wear off and you're back to the body. Shifting, you can flow, or you can just do alternate leg lift. All right. Beautiful. Good. I feel like doing a drop back. Let me accomplish. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Que será, será. Okay. A lesson on drop backs. Yeah. Narrow feet. Pressing down or letting the extremities fall while the spine is lifting away. All right, and once there, you can dangle toes and heels, draw in, lift up, and swaying. All right, freedom in the low back, no tension. Only when you feel the low back is fully open, you can start to slowly bend at the knee and you're touching the floor. Okay? And up with control. And then back. Breathe up. Hang loose. And then touch. And up. All right. Can we do 10? Number 3. Keep adjusting if you need. That's number 4. Approaching differently. Number 5. Adjust. 6. I'll do the next few one fast. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And last one here. 10. Beautiful. And check in place. Ooh. Up and down. And some high knees. Don't do that, eh? If there's no one practicing with you, because that one is quite very challenging. Not for the body, but because you're lifting up and down, the pressure goes up and down the brain. Unless you have a really strong internal awareness of your breath and how you utilize the breath, so you don't faint. Yeah. Well done. All right, now it's time for my deep hip opening and mudra. Yeah, practice. Okay, let me do a few swings. All right, folding in the middle and downward facing and lifting, alternate. And before I do my deep mudras, one round Kapalbhati. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beautiful. All right, down to the knees. Okay, deep mudras now. So you might probably just watch and gain inspiration here and there. And this next few techniques are quite sensitive and definitely not for everyone. Bhadrasana. All right, now, a few of you have asked how long it took me to develop this sense of lightness and relaxation as I work on the elements. Well, to tell you honestly, it's still challenging. Yeah. Although, for me, it's more of like the mind. Like, yes, it's challenging, but you know that the body is capable of doing those things. And the many years of strengthening the internal core, the bandhas, assisted me in keeping my sensitive joints and the disc of the spine supported. So for me, the requirement is really strong energetic anatomy, the bandhas. And how long? This position, I've been practicing for probably about 5 years. Yeah, all right. But let me tell you, 5 years of doing it almost daily. Yes. Yeah, I probably will just count how many times I would skip it. Yeah, inevitable times, for example, I'm traveling, therefore I can't do it. I'm flying. I practice almost every day. Yeah. I can't remember the week I didn't practice a single day. Yeah, 7 days per week. But it's me, it's just me. I'm grateful to have the chance. Yeah. But I always allot time for this. If I can't do it during the day because of work, I do it early hours of the morning. I would wake up about 4:30 and then do it. And there was a time that I was doing it really very early in the morning. Okay, and then, or even at nighttime. Why, you might ask? Because I've reached this spot where I need it for my internal system. If I skip, for example, 3 days without practicing, my body will just feel bad. Yeah. My posture suffers. My internal functions take a toll. I will feel heavy, bloated, and that ripples to my emotional state, my mood, and even my sleep patterns. It's part of my, lifestyle. And speaking of lifestyle, I'll do another one. We need to follow a lifestyle suited for this type of practice, because you can't be drinking, you can't be partying every day, or because you will need that energy the following day to practice. And then even our diet would have to be suited for this type of practice as well. But more than the food, for me it's the alcohol intake, as well as smoking. I haven't smoked. I don't smoke
I'm not a fan of drinking as well. Yeah, probably occasional. Yeah. But I know my limits. 1 serving of wine, 2 servings. Yeah.
And I do them occasionally only. All right, beautiful. And cross-sitting, reclining, up and down, and deep side stretching. Okay. In preparation for my Kandasana. Okay, other side. Okay. And rubbing around the joints of the inner leg. Okay. Supta. Let's start with the Supta first. For example, positions like this. Externally, it looks like painful, right? But for me, it's very, I say, not relaxing, but cleansing. In a way, yes, it's relaxing because it releases the tension, clogging the inner body. Especially the way I teach, I'm very demonstrative. I would always do the element twice on the same leg, because the first round I face the student, then the second round I angle towards them or I angle with them, so I'm doing the same leg twice. And then without me doing my practice, I could just imagine how bad my posture should have gone. And with my scoliosis as well, this helps me ease the tension from that condition. Now, Viparita Karani. Not the most perfect Viparita, but for me, I feel it more internally, where it should feel. All right. Asana. All right. Not easy after the back bending, because this one is, it's like a flexion, because you're bringing the weight of the body to your torso again. And that's quite strengthening for your upper nadis, yeah, especially around the chest, and then the throat and the back of the neck. All right, sitting Kandasana. Okay, something is stuck here. All right. Okay.
I'll do a catcher here. Wonderful. Free. With the catchery and those components we've been practicing, I could sense and experience the essence of the Soma. The Samarasa, yeah, the residual essence of the CSF. I shift the body. Yeah, I'll do a flow. Once a vinyasa practitioner, always a vinyasa practitioner, right? Like, even your body will just do it organically. But we approach it differently. Yeah, after the vinyasa, I like to dangle. All right. And return. Second Kandasana, or the third, second sitting. And here I still rub it. I'm going in and out of the inner hip joint. And rearrange them in a way that they go back to the midline. That's why I always do those seemingly uncoordinated adjustment. Yeah. Kriya Bhatis, Vyasana, involuntary Kriyas, and Mudras. All right, you might have observed the way I do my Yana Mudra. Yeah, they're not really at the tip because I feel like it's here, right, the outer edge of the index finger, and you have to slide backwards. And then the other fingers are separate. They're not together. And then feels like they're crooked, but feels good. Okay, this is another topic altogether. Yeah, the positioning of the hands. Because, yeah, commonly the tip, no, it's really not the tip. It's towards the edge of the fingernail. Yeah, because that energy goes there. Yeah, and up here and across and through the rest of the spine. Okay, up here. Extremities, I mean, at the spine. Actually, it starts from the toes. Specifically, the space between the big toe and the neighboring one, right here, right through the middle. All right. And up here is through that, and then goes in like coiling inside internally, yeah, piercing through the hollow spots there. Good. Finished. Good. Another fruitful, productive, successful practice. So much to be grateful for. The physical energy, yeah, the mobility, our strength, and simply just the time the opportunity, the support, our situation for us to do this. In the modern times, 1 hour is precious. And you have that, even more than an hour to practice, you're so lucky. Okay? Breathing in. But it's not impossible. Yeah. A sacrifice or two is necessary if this is your calling. Breathing in. The sacrifice may be as light as skipping your social media, or as heavy as waking up early in the morning to practice, or sleeping late at night. Our hands together to the chest. Yeah. And before I go, how long should you keep a steady, regular, consistent practice? A year. A year, and it will definitely bear fruit. And then from there, you can just adjust. See you in the next video. Yeah, have a lovely day. Namaste, namaste.